Well, good morning. It is day, I believe, 8 of this trip. We got up pretty early, and hang on, I'm lead vehicle at the moment, so I just sort of got to figure out where the hell we're going to go. We got up at not sparrow o'clock, but a nice early time.
Yeah, right, 10 right, Steve.
10:04. Got up early this morning, made our morning coffees, and then had some cereal for brekkie. Nice easy one.
Westbound from Popel's Corner.
And yeah, got up, packed away. I had to do a quick repack of my ute only because I had some diesel leaking out of my 2 spare jerry cans, so had to do a quick repack. I had an additional strap around those jerry cans, so we'll see how well they perform. And then pack up swag, pack up everything else, and here we are on the salt pan. Sometimes it's good being lead vehicle because you can see, I'll see the tracks for the first time, and as I'm coming along through this section here, I can actually see dog prints. So I'll see there's wild dingoes or wild dogs out here. So I can see them all over this track at the moment, and you can sort of see a few around camp as well, so they probably would have sussing us out last night. Not that they're dangerous, well, they are a wild animal and a wild dog, but just sussing us out for food. So before we went to bed last night, we just made sure that no food was exposed, and yeah, went to sleep. So a few Junes back, we came across a party that actually passed us when we were coming out of the Big Red Bash, and we thought that they were stuck or bogged, but then we came back over because we were about maybe 5 or 6 kilometers away, and when we came over, we got a transmission from them again to say that they were broken down, which is not a good thing whatsoever to happen to you out in the middle of the desert here. Anyway, we come across them, pull up. There was a party of 4 and a 80 series cruiser. I can't remember the exact part, but pretty much the rear right wheel, say this is what it's meant to be like, it was like that, pretty much rendering the vehicle undrivable, and it was literally in the middle of the track, just after, not a big dune, but a dune, and it was just sitting at the base of it. So pulled over, make sure they're alright, make sure they got enough supplies, because who knows how long it could take for a tow truck or a rescue vehicle to come out and get them, but the owner was on the phone to NRMA or RSEQ, whoever he's with, and they're currently arguing with them whether they're going to send out a tow truck or anything like that. So it's quite interesting because the only vehicle that can potentially rescue that 80 series is out of Birdsville, which is about 310 kilometers away. Now that doesn't sound like much, but when you've got terrain like this, it will probably take that tow truck or rescue party probably almost 2 to 3 days to get to that vehicle that was broken down. So best of luck to them, because yeah, it's an unfortunate event, but
just a bit soft at the top, and you do a hard turn to the left.
it's just it's just one of those things that happens, I guess, when you're out in the desert. So if today couldn't get any more exciting than what it already has, we've obviously had the 80 series breakdown, but then we're coming along, and then next minute we hear that support vehicle of a motorcycle tour that we just passed all the 8 riders, and then we hear him over the radio to say that just be warned, I've got a broken down trailer, it's in the middle of the track. When I asked the bloke, like, how long have you been waiting for us? Or just waiting for someone to come along to give him a hand. He said, oh, only 10 minutes, so I was sort of very serendipitous of that moment to happen. But yeah, I'll cut in some, I accidentally, in the rush, set up a GoPro in time-lapse mode. So it's only taking photos, but you'll get the gist. Like, this thing was so back heavy that it's ridiculous, but it'll probably work out because unfortunately he has to tow that trailer like that all the way back to Birdsville, which now is about almost 330 kilometers away. So thankfully the trailer is on it's very back heavy, so when he's coming on the backside of a dune, it's not gonna run free and then slam into the back of his cruiser. It's just gonna just act as a dead weight and an anchor on itself. So that's another little good deed done for the day, helping out some fellow desert travelers. And yeah, let's hit the tracks again.
Okay guys, so just as you saw with the crew and I, we helped that motorcycle tour guide out with his trailer. So whilst I was editing this video, I thought it would actually be cool if I could try and find him on Facebook or find him on Instagram and ask him how he actually went towing that trailer back to Birdsville. So I did manage to find him through Facebook, and I reached out to him. I actually called him. Oh, sorry, no, I sent him a text message with a photo of the time lapse that you just guys saw, and said, oh hey, this is Stephen and the crew. Do you remember us helping you on the French line? And he's like, yep, I definitely remember you guys. So anyway, yeah, we just got talking, and then I asked him, well, how did he go getting that trailer back to Birdsville? So what he actually did was he took it a little bit further down the track and then hit it off the track. And then I think he said he did like 2 or 3 more tours across the Simpson before he went back to the trailer with a bunch of parts and a welder, and welded the trailer back up and then took it home. And he was saying the only things that were stolen off it was like a license plate light, a tail light, and something else, something very little. But he was saying that there was like a bunch of other spare parts and other stuff in the trailer that were a lot more value. So yeah, I thought it would be cool to let you guys know that yeah, he did make it out with the trailer and has actually redesigned that trailer because of what happened. So let's continue on with the video.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walked to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die. Might makes right, so he said, when he held all the keys over our head. I lived in that grip, but now he'll learn at the end with the tables turned. Lord, forgive me, take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner, on where the grave can't cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. by the riverbank. Caught a boat sap, took off like a hurricane. With spotlights, dogs, hit the whole 9 yards. They're breathing down my neck and breathing hard. 2 weeks in a wild chase across the highways, mountains, over 7 states. Found a man at the harbor, said that he could take me across the ocean somewhere far away. Lord, forgive me. Take me on down the river where the kids can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Take me on down. I never saw him coming on the boarding planks now, staring down a barrel at point blank range. I make for the water, jumping off the ledge, but not before I get to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs. Blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord, forgive me, here I come. Take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Oh, take me on down.
Good morning. First of all, check out that sunrise. Absolutely mint. Anyway, got up super early this morning. We are currently on the French line and at the junction of the, I believe, the WAA line and some other line that comes, that dips down south and then comes back up north and then joins back up with the French line. So that's where we camped today. We were hoping to get to Dalhousie yesterday, but with the hold up of that motorcycle group and that broken down 89 series and that bogged Caravan and 79, we just got held up with time. So today we're going to press on, try and get to Dalhousie, have a swim because we all need it. We haven't had access to running water for about 6 days now, so we're all a little bit on our side. So yeah, I'll leave you with the sunrise again. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, before we tried to make it to Dalhousie Springs yesterday, but with all those hold-ups, we didn't get a chance to. So up and at it early again this morning. That's our aim, to get to Dalhousie, have a bit of a swim there for about an hour, and then press on further. So Dalhousie Springs is a natural hot spring that was formed out in the desert here, and pretty much it's just the hot water from the Earth's core just coming up to the surface. So I believe it's a nice warm 20 something degrees. I could be wrong, but I'll put a little on-screen thingy right here to give you the correct temperature. A hot hit with a lot of desert travelers. Like I said, we haven't had access to a shower for, I think this is maybe the 6th day. in the interim, what we've been doing is just having good old baby wipe showers. So
Zebra one, are you still good?
yeah, good old
everyone's coming.
good old baby wipe showers, which do the trick. But it's always nice to have a nice hot shower.
Of you guys, you can go.
So
Steve, Bumpy, this.
Zebra one, are you still on trail?
Zebra 4 is over. So we've made it off the last remaining part of the French line track. That has got to be the roughest track I've ever driven. It was nuts. Especially probably the last 10 kilometers of it, I legit did not get out of second gear at all. It was just all bumps and whoops and like doing these ones, and it just was not fun whatsoever. Now we're currently on the Spring Creek track, so like at the moment I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour.
Obviously we're just east to the left
Yeah, we can actually travel at speed now and cover some more ground a lot more easier, because we all were getting super frustrated with the terrain that we're traveling, because we just simply weren't getting anywhere.
This has been plowed and ready to plant.
And then yeah, now we're going through a nice flat section where we can probably get almost up to 80 or 100 kilometers an hour without an issue whatsoever. So we have made it to Dalhousie Springs. Hell yeah, I can see the glistening water in the distance. This is gonna be mint. What are you two giggling about?
His water bottle overflowed.
Water bottle overflowed.
When you shake it.
That's what happens when you shake shit. It tends to go.
How does water overflow that?
I don't know. Overfilled it.
Or it's not water.
Just beautiful. Anything's better than the dust. Someone else there.
man.
Full noodle thing. Yeah.
These idiots using stairs. There's only one way to enter the springs, man.
Oh shit. How was it?
Oh, better than bath water, bro.
So
After spending what, 4 days in the fucking desert? So much better. Sand in places I didn't know had places. I forgot what water felt like actually.
Wow, that was so good. It was good to have a quote-unquote shower after about 6 days. So Dalhousie Springs, I definitely will be coming back. The water was a nice temperature of about 34 to 38 degrees. And now we are on our way to Mount Dare. To probably crash there for the night, and then hopefully we can get to Uluru by tomorrow. So yeah, so a little thing about Dalhousie Springs. It's a natural hot spring that is formed out here in the middle of the desert. Like I said, the water is about 34 to 38 degrees, and just west of the main pool where we swam at, the water comes through the ground at a rate of it's 160 litres per minute. And that temperature as well is at 45. So, yeah, it was almost like a hot tub, but natural, I guess. But yeah, gave us a chance just to freshen up a little bit, and then yeah, back on the road and off to Mount Dare. Phew.
Alrighty guys, we are at Mount Dare. So we successfully crossed the Simpson Desert. So up and early again, very early. Eric's having a bit of a stretch.
You don't know how excited I am for good flat roads.
Flat roads, eh?
You'll,
You didn't like that bumpy stuff?
mate,
Even corrugation's good right now.
Yeah.
I think I always give the Ford Ranger Raptors a bit of shit. They may have been a bit more comfortable, but she's alright. We
Where are we going?
yeah, we're going to Uluru, I'm assuming. No, Alice, mate. How drunk are you? Don't ask him.
Fuck yeah, don't ask me. That's why I'm not Navy, bro.
Uluru, through the Fink, get some bitumen under our tyres would be good.
We got about 650 odd K to Ulara or Uluru. It's going to be much quicker going because we're going to be on gravel road and bitumen, so going to be a long day but a good day because we will actually be moving, unlike some days where we'd only travel 80 to 90 kilometers in 9 hours of driving. Yeah, on to Uluru! Whee!
Back in the vehicles. Like I said, we got about 600 and something odd kilometers to Ulara.
I'm just holding a bit of a gap off of Steve. She's fairly dusty.
So, hi. It's kind of a funny story. I actually have already driven this road that we are on now. Yesterday afternoon when we were coming in, I was right at the back and I gave myself a lot of distance because of all the dust.
She's dusty.
As you can hear, it's very, very dusty. So anyway, I was right at the back. My father was right at the front and we're having to relay messages of the road conditions between the two people in the middle. And in amongst all the confusion and me being so far back, I thought a vehicle had merged in between myself and Tyron. To add to that, there was talk about changing the radio channels that we're talking on. So I was just cruising along. I do have the HEMA maps in front of me, but yeah, I was just too busy concentrating and driving. So anyway, keep on driving, follow this vehicle that I thought was in between our party, and then finally get to a stage where I could see in front, the two vehicles in front, thinking, oh, it's my dad and Eric, but it wasn't. So and then I was like, okay, and I was thinking, like, why can't I hear the guys on the CB? And then it clicked. I'm like, oh shit, I'm nowhere near them. So and then I chucked a U-turn, and then I start making my way back down this road. I want to say I was probably about 4 to 5 kilometers away from where the rest of the party was. Anyway, in all of that, when the guys pulled up at Mount Dan, they were already in the bar, and they were wondering where the hell I was because I was pretty close to them. Apparently Tyrone just started running, and then my dad just quickly jumped in his vehicle and bloody chucked it in reverse and then started backtracking, and then eventually he got me on the two-way because I came within range. But yeah, so just part of the adventure and part of the fun of driving the outback and dust and shit, and yeah.
Since I was a child, now it's showing its ugly face. What can I do? Music creeps into my dreams, wakes me into sweaty sheets, abandons me when nights died out. What can I do? What can I do?
Alrighty guys, we are finally back on the black stuff, aka bitumen, and it actually feels a little bit weird after driving on sand, gravel, dirt, and you name it, other surfaces. But yeah, now we're on a highway. Here in the Northern Territory, the highway, well this particular stretch of the highway, which is called the Stewart Highway, there you go, is actually 130 kilometers an hour. Which is actually kind of cool to open your vehicle up to 130. Apparently, this stretch of road used to be an open speed limit, so you just drive to the conditions, but they've dropped it down to 130. In my honest opinion, I think all highways should be 130 k's because of modern technology with ABS, vehicle stability control, and with some vehicles even having sensors where it will match the vehicle in front. I just think all highways should be 130 now. But with that said, there's a lot of dickheads on the road and people who do not know how to drive, so it's understandable why, highway speeds are only 100k. But anyway, we're going to keep on going. Still got another 200, 300k to Uluru, so...
really going on?
Alrighty guys, you won't be able to see it on this GoPro, unfortunately, but I can just see glimpses of Uluru to my left hand side. It is huge, like it's massive. It's like obviously the terrain is like pretty rocky, but like it stands out, like it's huge. Turns out that is not Uluru. Oops. But it was good to see that we got excited. That is actually Mount Connor. So we're still, another 100k out of Uluru. So hopefully we get excited over that as well, because that is still, Mount Connor's still pretty cool. It's red, it's big, and it's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So think we have just seen, yep, there it is, Ayers Rock itself, the big red rock in the middle of Australia. It's good to finally see it, actually. It looks rocky.
Hey, Zebra 3 looks pretty... Oh, I'm Zebra 3. Zebra 2 looks pretty red. Looks more like what it should like. Look like that.
It's good to finally see Ayers Rock after 2,720 Ks. That's just to see it. I've still got to get back home, so it's going to be about 5 to 6,000 kilometre journey round trip. So be good.